Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Coffee Chat. I said earlier, Coffee Chat is where it's at. And Will said, is that our new slogan? I said, I think so.
Should be.
It is where it's at.
It is where it's at.
Where we are at right now.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm Sherry Smeraglia, and I am the CEO and owner of Teddy Bear Goldendoodles, Schnoodles, and Twoodles. And I have Carol Tupperville here with me, who is over our dog care team, our breeding program, and works with research and development with me. So we do a lot of stuff together. Mm-hmm. We wear a lot of different hats around here.
Definitely wear a lot of different hats. Kind of interesting you say research and development. I talked to Embark today.
Oh, okay,
They
good.
have some cool new stuff coming through, and we'll be setting up a call with them to talk about some of the new stuff.
Oh, I'm so excited about that because we really love our relationship with Embark, and we really are developing that. Mm-hmm. And so it's always great to hear what they're coming up with, because all their testing, we're going to do it, and we're going to find out all the answers of the things that they want. You know?
Absolutely. And they were asking, just kind of, hey, what can we do that would help you guys? What is it that your clients are looking for?
Yeah.
What are some big things that we can be looking at?
Yeah.
And so that'll be part of our call. So kind of
That's
cool.
great. I love
very
that.
New stuff.
Well, guys, if you're here and you've joined us, we do have Dana with us today. She is right here behind the camera.
Hello,
you
everybody.
Can't see her, but you can hear her voice, and there's Will making it all happen. So welcome, everyone. Today has been a busy day. First time I've seen anybody pretty much other than prep school. I saw you guys at prep school, all y'all, but I haven't seen anybody here today.
I don't think I saw you yesterday either.
You didn't see me yesterday?
I know you were around.
Oh, well,
and
we
got
back. We got back from vacation yesterday and came in, kind of got everything. But I was going, but I was in the office a lot.
Yeah.
So I didn't really go.
I was in Temp Test World yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was in my own universe.
So I didn't go there. I had a yappy hour last night with our supporters, and so we had a really fun time. If you don't know what that is, that's over on Facebook, and what we do is we have a supporter hour, and we do it once a month. We do a lot of fun stuff, but that was fun. So Meredith and I did that last night. Dana wasn't there with us, but Will was, and we just hung out, and it's always fun to sit around and drink wine and talk to people.
Yep, a fun party.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So today, what we're going to be talking about is what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Talking about puppy colors.
Yeah, we get so many questions about what color. And I was actually just talking to Haley in the office about how at what we call something is not always like what the client calls it. So Natalie and Haley were just saying that a lot of times somebody will say, hey, I really love that cool like tan brown color, but we call that apricot.
Yeah.
Because to us, that's the red family based on the genetics, but when you just look at the picture, it's like a light khaki brown color.
And there are variations of shades. And I was reading something today just out there on the internet. I was reading, and a marketing person was like, wow. And I sent y'all this link, how cool it was. I was like, how cool it is that they put their menu up on this coffee shop, and they put a photo and then the name, a photo and then the name. And they were like, what I imagined that name to be, the photo looked nothing like it. And it was talking about in everybody's business, you have preconceived ideas of what something is, or you as a company, it's very common language, but the consumer or the client
doesn't know it.
Has no clue what a Wookiee is. We can say a Wookiee, and we absolutely know what a Wookiee is, but what is a Wookiee? Like, we have to remember that you guys do not have a visual image of that.
Correct. And that was what we were just talking about, was it's something where we cannot take for granted that, so on the surface, if somebody calls in and says, yeah, I want that brown color, we've got to do some like digging a little deeper questions. We got to send out some pictures, because do you mean chocolate or do you mean apricot?
Right.
And then even among chocolate, do you mean deep dark chocolate that's almost black, or do you mean more like a cafe au
Well,
lait?
it's like a color wheel. I mean, once you get, like, if you go to the paint store, you're going to get the card
swatches.
of, all the tans, and they're going to be here to here. And that happens. I mean, they do have a range. Look at that. The range of colors. I mean, from the ultra cream in the top, all the way to the very blackish, shiny black on the bottom row. And there's so many, and that's just, that's just a small portion of colors.
And the different patterns. So you have the base colors, then the patterns on those colors, and then you have the fading or non-fading. You have the intensifier. It gets all over the place.
All right, so what is my favorite color? What do you think?
I know what it is.
You think?
I think I do know what it is.
All right, so this weekend when we were on vacation, we were playing in the pool with Evie, my little granddaughter, and she was at the end of the pool, and it was me and Lauren and Arlo, her brother, lined up. Mimi was there and her mom was there, but she had us play this game. What's my favorite color? And then we would have to shout it out, and whoever got it got to take a step closer. And so whoever got all the answers and got there first was the winner. Problem was, she was changing her mind as it was going. And I think I will say, I'm a little bit like Evie. I love my favorite color, but then all of a sudden I'm like, but I do like that one.
Yes.
But this one, oh my God, he's so cute.
But
She's
you
so cute.
always, so on the dogs.
Yeah.
Do you want to let the clients
All right,
answer?
so do you guys know what my favorite color Doodle is? Let's give them a minute before I tell them.
Okay.
All right. And I have a question for y'all. What is your favorite color? So if your dream Doodle, either you have it or you want it one day. What color is it, guys? And this is just a sampling of hundreds of colors.
Well, and that's a great question, because even if it's not among what we do, what is a color that you've seen on a dog anywhere
Yeah, your
that you'd
favorite
love
color.
to see in a doodle?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that I can accomplish that and I can have that. But I'd like to know if there's a color that they throw out at me that I don't have. We're going to be like,
We
gotta
would.
talk about that color.
Hey, and we've done this before. We've done
we've
the
done
whole
it.
conversation about, well, they don't make this color in doodles. Well, they will now.
Yeah, so I would love to hear. So Dana, do we have any people?
Tom says cream.
Any other answers?
My favorite, but he said his favorite. Oh, I think he says cream is yours, but his favorite is red.
Okay.
Silas and Kara says Sherry's favorite is ultra cream. Okay.
They know me so
They know you well.
What
They
were you
do.
going to say?
Ultra cream with a
Me
black
too.
nose. You always go back
All
to
right,
classic.
so the first picture, Will, the very first one. Oh my God, I love that. That is the ultimate to me. And that doesn't mean that I don't love every other dog, because I do get highly confused. I see all these puppies. But when it comes down to adopting a dog or bringing it home, in my house, they're always that color.
They are.
I just cannot get that out of my head. Today, oh my gosh. Annie Oakley, Blue Dot, Wally, Charles brings them out. This is your dog today, Prep Scooter. I was like crazy in love already. He's a big old blocky F1 large. Basically, this boy grown up 8 months old, 7 months old. And I was just like, oh my God. I was just hugging him and wanting to be with him. Actually, we did his training, but Joe could not capture the great picture, something that really did. I said, no. Load him up, Joe. We're leaving prep school. I'm going to do coffee chat, and then me and Mary, we're taking more pictures with Wally as soon as I'm done.
There you go.
Okay, because I'm like, and even Taylor, when we sent them in, she goes, you could get better pictures of that. I'm like, I know we could. It's just that everybody's talent is not photography, and that doesn't happen to be Joe's gift now.
It's not my gift either.
All right, so I'm not
Mine
gonna.
either.
I'm not gonna say
On
that's
either
the-
side of the camera. I'm not great on either end.
Carol.
Are there any other people that have shared your favorite colors? Okay, Carol, what is your favorite color?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a favorite
she's
color.
playing neutral.
I actually don't, because it really does vary. I love a nice true black, but I also love the chocolate that is so dark it's black. But
How do you know between one color chocolate and the other color chocolate? How do you know it's going to stay dark chocolate?
Well,
versus
because-
milk chocolate.
because you can tell. So with all of the dogs are born, one of 3 base colors or varieties on it. So it's either cream, red, brown. Well, red goes with cream. So let's say that, red and cream. Brown, black. That's it. Those are your 3 colors. So cream is considered.
That's 4 colors.
But it's 3, because cream is the absence of dark hair. So your creams and reds are the absence of dark hair.
Okay.
Brown and black are your dark hair.
Okay.
Now, when you have your 2 dark hair, they can have fade genes. So when the puppy is, all of them are either going to be born black or the darkest chocolate. You don't have them born
I
silver.
think Zoe is here with some puppies.
She is.
All right, Zoe, bring the puppies in. Zoe is one of our groomers, and you can peek your head in and say hi. Come here. So y'all meet Zoe. That's her right there. Say hi. Look at the camera.
So you
Come
get,
here.
Sherry,
down,
you get
down,
to.
down. Hi, that's Zoe.
So
She has Selena's daughter, who is a trainer, so she knows puppies.
So these are purebred schnauzers. They're so
Oh my God, I
cute.
love these.
And
They look
Zoe,
way darker than they are, y'all.
So
Oh my
Zoe
gosh.
gave them a great haircut yesterday, Zoe and Katie. But y'all look.
Okay, all right. Where, do you see? I don't know if
Oh,
you can zoom
see with
in,
the way the
Will.
light
Yeah, you
hits.
can see him.
Can you zoom in or not? No.
No.
Oh, you know, maybe
see
I can
them.
do this. I can probably go up closer. Okay, so this is the boy.
Yeah, it's too close to focus.
I wonder, do you have the other camera?
No, he can't do that.
Okay, so we'll go back. So all of the puppies that are born chocolate are born this nice, rich, dark
Look so
color.
pretty.
But then over time, they either fade or they don't. And you can tell at 8 weeks because they're gonna have a little tint to their hair, or you're gonna notice their face already fading. And you guys have seen pictures that have been posted on Facebook of like some that the face is already faded out. So you'll notice like with this little girl here, her face is still nice and dark, but look at this base hair and how light it's starting to come
you
in.
can see the highlights.
Yeah, you definitely can see the highlights. So we know on her, she is going to fade probably down to like a medium chocolate versus this boy, he is gonna hold every bit of that chocolate. And you see him up against my shirt, he is so chocolate, he's almost black.
So these, last week, if you were here at Coffee Chat, we were talking about parent breeds. Well, this is a parent breed Schnauzer. Now, are these available? No, they're our babies.
But y'all who were all worried about schnauzers and their personalities and being miniature schnauzers and not having that great little doodle love bug, y'all.
These are, like you said, what did you say last week? They were bubbly
They're like
cheerleaders?
bubbly cheerleaders, and look at how affectionate and sweet. You put them down, they're gonna be so playful. But this is where, hey,
And
Sherry,
these little tails.
I'm
are
gonna
so-
shift your microphone because you can see her hair color really good.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Yeah, the way that the light's hitting right there versus his. And so you can see she's already fading a pretty good bit. And that's kind of what we're talking about. But yes, this is the Schnauzer personality that we keep in our purebred Schnauzers.
Cute. You are so cute.
She said, I know. And notice, just like our schnoodles, these guys have tails.
They have tails.
Yeah, they do have their tails.
We keep
We don't
tails.
talk them.
We don't talk them all.
No
we don't
reason
chop off
to.
your tail. We keep your tails.
But so when we talk about fading, you can see it. So these guys are 12 weeks old, and you can see the color difference between her
Oh, yeah.
versus him already.
So Carol, where does that very unique cut down the back come from?
So
Is that just a standard?
It's a breed
breed
standard.
standard.
So form follows function. Schnauzers go to ground, meaning they go into burrows and hunt for like rats and small.
They varmint
vermin.
control.
They are.
They do
So
varmint.
this protects them as they're in the ground from stickers, briars, brambles, and the top keeps them nice and cool. And the docked tail, which ours do not have a docked tail, is a handle. Reach down and pull it back out of the hole.
Handle.
Like, get back out of here like a truffle finder.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
so
thank
cute.
you, Zoe, for bringing these cute little babies and letting us introduce them
wanna
to
go,
all
do
the family. I'm gonna hand her back to you, and we'll continue talking. So are you telling me chocolate is your favorite color right now?
You know, I did temp test another puppy though.
What color was it?
And it was this very pretty butterscotch type tuxedo.
Ooh, yeah.
So
You fell in love with that one
I like
today.
that one too. So it just depends. I really
All right, so we'll pull up all the puppy colors.
I like Roberto's color up there, but I also like Elmo's color. So Elmo is the red in the top right corner. Roberto is the Wookiee party in between the black and the red.
Oh my God, yeah. So cute. I mean, but look at that red sable.
I know that red sable is gorgeous, and you know what?
I think she recently got adopted.
You know, Petey is also gorgeous over
Petey's
there.
adopted too.
He is, which is the black and white party.
Oh my gosh, all of these puppies. Now, this is a good sampling, like the 3 apricots on the top. See, do you see how a lot of people will call that red until you have red beside it, deep red. And then you can truly see this is red. But look at their tips of their ears even. It's still a deep apricot color. But I love the fact that sometimes they can have that deep apricot and they can have black noses or they can have chocolate pigmentation.
But what's cool about that picture is I can see that puppy that's laying on the brown basket, and I can understand why a client calling in who doesn't know the color terminology would say, hey, I'm interested in a brown puppy, and be talking about apricot.
And brown to us would be more like the second row that Angie's holding. And that little chocolate right there is going to cafe out. You can see that
and
just a little bit.
That's a great example, like that lighten where they're a little lighter.
See how the
face.
highlights are starting to grow on the nose? Now, y'all, the second row, the second picture, those 2 puppies in the arm, that's a chocolate and a black, and that is Phantom. So when we say Phantom, that is a puppy. Let me see who that is. That is a puppy that has tan highlights, tan markings, tan on the chest, tan on the feet, and if you lift at the tail, it'd be under the tail. Oh my gosh, a lot of breeds have this Phantom.
They do. And some breeds.
Cocker Spaniels have it. Dobermans have these Phantom.
Some breeds
King
it's called black and
Charles.
tan points.
Yeah, points. Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of the other things that are really cool with the coloring is not only do we have the different colors, and we've now talked about fading, but we also have intensifiers. So like a puppy like the red that's in front of the door, he actually was more of an apricot-y color when he was born.
But
and
you knew. We knew based
knew.
on DNA.
We did. We knew based on DNA, and we knew based on parents that he was going to get darker and more intense with his color with age. And then the other thing that we always get questions on is those bottom 2 in the middle and the party when I was talking about Roberto, all those Wookiee colors. So Wookiee is a doodle term for sable. And what sable is it's 2 different colors of hair on the same hair shaft. So like on the red one in the bottom corner, the base of the hair is going to be apricot, then it kind of goes to red, and then the tips will be like a black, where you get almost like an ombre type of feel. But for a lot of clients, they always will message in and say, hey, my dog looks so different now that it's grown. And what happens is everybody gets their hair cut, their dog's hair cut. And when you cut the hair, you cut the tips off, which means the little bit of black hair on the tips is gone. And all of a sudden you have a tan dog.
It's not coming back either.
Sometimes it will.
Well, I mean, but the tips of the hair.
Yes.
Yeah. Most of the time, though, they can cut them off. But you know, it's also, a lot of people will use the terminology salt and pepper. Because it's like, well, the Schnauzer breeds have salt and pepper.
They do.
And so it's like black and white in one hair shaft. And so it is salt and peppery, and it's pretty.
Yeah.
And depending on how much salt, if there's more salt, it'll almost turn into a silver. Like some Schnauzers have this shiny silver, and it just glistens in the sun.
It does.
That is
beautiful.
so pretty.
Yeah.
That's hard to get in a doodle.
They have a sister that's a salt and pepper Phantom.
Yeah. They're not available, though.
I know.
This is my favorite.
You like the champagne?
Yes, that is our champagne color. It shines. If you could see it, it's got a shimmer to it. It's so pretty. It's very much like champagne.
It is. Will, do you have a favorite color?
I like the Wookiees.
You like Wookiees?
Yeah.
Kind of cool looking. They're very unique for sure.
Yeah.
So the Wookiees are super popular because they are really unique, and they're pretty hard to get sometimes.
Yeah, they are. I mean, full Wookiees. And, you know, we actually gave that term to our dogs when we first had Schnoodles back in the day. It was so cute because Jacob was like, that looks like an Ewok. I'm going to call it a Wookiee. And from then on,
Yeah, that was it.
I mean, that is a Smeraglia term. Okay, this is not like you call another breeder and ask for Wookiee, they're going to be like, what? This is Smeraglia language. Please know that. This is not across the board every person. We have our own language here at Smeraglia.
Yep.
You know, that we've named dogs. Like Ultra English Cream was actually something I came up with, but now it's all over the world. That took off, that went viral. But English Goldendoodles were created here at Smeraglia. I came up with it. Then they looked like teddy bears, so then I started calling them teddy bears. But there were no English Goldendoodles until we bred our first ones, you know.
So one that just went by was a merle. That's a color we haven't talked about. But there's that chocolate merle.
Okay, that is cool.
Yeah, so we also do black merle or blue merle. So what's cool about the merle is basically, we talked about the different shades. So you have the deep dark non-fade.
Yes.
So in the black, they're born black. And if there's a single fade, it'll go to blue. And if there's a double fade, meaning a fade gene from both parents, it'll go to silver. So the merle is a pattern that has all of the different fades on one puppy.
That's crazy.
So you keep the black, you have the single,
And
which
a lot
is
of
blue.
times they'll have a two-color eye. So they'll have a blue eye and a black eye too. They get all these unique colorations in there.
It's so cool. And so on the chocolate, it's the different variations of that chocolate color in patterns all over the puppy.
Don't it just make you smile, y'all? Just looking at the puppies.
How cool.
Look, let's go look at them all. Oh my
Now,
gosh.
so another coloration that a lot of people will ask for is called tri. And a tricolor is basically a phantom, but with white markings. So where it's got either the dark brown, light brown, and white, or the brown, black,
I
and
don't
white.
think we put a tuxedo up there.
We didn't put a tuxedo up there. we
Which-
do have quite a few.
Which would be basically a solid color with, basically he's wearing a tuxedo. So the big white chest that you see, it'll be like a red dog with a big white chest, or a black dog. That's a tuxedo marking. And sometimes they'll have little eyebrows to match them, and they're just so cute. Now when you get black with white tuxedo and white eyebrows, that is really cool.
Very striking. It's
Yeah,
a
that's cool too,
tricolor.
right there. That black and white. Look at that ear. Look at that right ear. One is solid black and one is black with white, and that is going to stay like that. That dog is so cool.
Well, and that's another one kind of cool where you can look at it, and because the black is a true black, you don't see any like hints of tint to it. That means that's non-fading.
I love that. Now, red merle is something that is very rare that we like. We just don't get many red merles.
We don't, and we're real careful about that too, because if we go back to like what I was talking about before, where you basically have three colors. You have cream, black, and brown. Your red is a cream with intensifier genes on it. So your cream with a lot of intensifiers turns to that. Your cream with very little intensifiers stays ultra cream. The problem with red merle is, y'all remember, merle is all the different color patterns together. So almost always red merle is gonna fade, and you're gonna end up with an adult dog that looks champagne.
Yeah,
over their
so
whole
you don't
body.
want to get people's hearts set. Now look, that's Elmo. This dog has brought so much confusion to us because he's trained for the 16-week program and beyond. He went to school for the Autism Project. We love him. But then it's like, okay, he's completed the training. He's a trained dog, but is he available? We don't think so. We don't want him to be available. But then sometimes Charles will say, but if the right person comes along and he's trained for them and needs to do the job, we should let him go. But we're all like,
I know.
but we love him so much.
We do. He's beautiful.
He's so beautiful and so red, and he's like one of the most gorgeous dogs I've ever seen. He's just gorgeous.
He really is.
He's so gorgeous.
I mean, just that picture doesn't do him justice. You see him and you just go, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
he's pretty
he
cool.
has such a great little silly personality too. So.
Well, Judge had back surgery, and so I have to be real careful. Y'all know I've told y'all about that. Well, he and Fletcher love to be like boys and roughneck in the house and play ball.
Oh yeah,
and-
they had a fun sleepover.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, Judge was like, okay, I've just had back surgery and I need to get from here to there without one of these big old boys. Like, bumping me, you know. So he came and stayed, but Fletcher loved his sleepover, but Judge didn't love the sleepover.
I know.
It wasn't because he didn't love Elmo, though. It was just they were just being boys.
Yes,
big
Fletcher and
boys.
Elmo are best of buds. They love each other. And they're so striking next to each other, that red and white.
So I really want to do like a photo challenge, and I want to get like a red one, a white one, and then get Porter there, a black one. Or Stout, just one, and get like all 3 deep colors. But really they are fading a little bit, so they're not as black as black could be. And their sister, she's not.
She actually has stayed black, but she was a phantom.
Yeah, she's the phantom.
She's phantom.
Yeah. Look at these cool colors. Black. Judge's favorite color is black.
Yeah, and that true black. So
that's the true shiny black. When you see a black dog that does not have a fade gene, you know, it's like when the girls dye their hair black, and then there's girls with black hair, but then there's that gorgeous jet black, or the beautiful girls, the Asian girls that have that very black hair, and it doesn't fade. It's like, that's real hair.
Yeah, that's real black.
Yeah, that's real black, and I love that color.
So
Judge does too.
Those are kind of rare for us too, especially in F1 generation, because all golden retrievers carry fade genes.
So there you go.
That's how you have
You're
the
not
ultra
going to
cream.
get it in an F1. Now, my grand Doodle Moose is he's a phantom. Yeah. But he didn't have a strong phantom markings as his sister Belgium did.
Yeah, so Porter and Stout and Moose are all considered blues. So they had the retriever has a fade gene. The poodle did not have any fade gene, so they all have a single fade. So instead of black, they're blue, but they haven't gone all the way down to silver.
They won't do that.
No, they won't. Not at this point.
Dana, any comments? Okay, guys, chime in if you got something to say. We're fixing to go, but we wanted to check in. Look at that cute little baby. That baby's available online right now. It's a milk chocolate. That's what I like to say. The chocolate, that's like a milk chocolate. Just yummy. Just want to take a little.
So one of the other things too for clients, either they love it or they don't, is the chocolate nose. And chocolate nose almost always is going to come with lighter colored eyes.
I love it.
But we've got some clients that are like, nope, I need a black nose. I do not want a chocolate nose.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
That's what makes the world go round. Yes, ma'am.
But as you guys call in, that's something you can be specific about. I do not want a chocolate nose. I do want a chocolate nose.
Oh my gosh, I think the chocolate nose on the red dogs are the deep, like colors with the light eyes. To me, it's so, I always say it has the most soft, like gentle, like it feels like good. It's like you just seem so sweet.
Yeah, so the one you're describing right now is rosy blue.
Oh my gosh.
That puppy right now, deep red and a
Is that
chocolate
puppy available
nose.
right now? I don't know if that's
Well, we just did temperament assessments, so they're doing allocation right now, but I happen to know that there's some availability on that litter, and there's a couple in that litter that are red with chocolate
Yeah,
noses.
because the red with the chocolate nose is just so cool.
It
All right,
is.
Dana, what's up?
Well, Silas and Kara said, we have retired parent Norma, and she has a similar fade to Porter. She is gorgeous.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love Norma.
Absolutely, yes.
So
Gorgeous.
Norma is Marilyn's daughter, and so Norma got that name because she's Norma Jean.
And Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, and she has a brother named Monroe.
There you go. Now you know the real story behind it all.
Yeah, there's those black noses.
There's always, just like the one that we have online right now. I think he got adopted yesterday. Haggard. It's because he was a Merle. Did y'all get it? Merle Haggard. And we were like,
I got it.
I wonder if they get it. I wonder sometimes if they really get what we're saying when we make these funny names. Because we really think about it a lot. One night, Charles was like, I don't know who named that dog, but I think it was Meredith and Sherry, and they were just sitting around drinking wine. I'm like, no, we weren't. It was really out of our heart.
Out of your heart after drinking wine.
Yeah. We were having fun naming dog. That's so much fun, like Roberto. They were like, where did you get that? I said, I was on a trip, and I saw an Italian restaurant named that, and I said, I'm coming home and naming a cute dog Roberto.
We've done that a lot where we go somewhere and we hear some cute names. I have a whole list of food-related names from
I love
stuff like
those.
that, like tofu and it always leaves my brain.
Sushi and tofu. Now he's thinking about naming
Wasabi.
her puppy waffles. Wasabi's cute.
Yeah.
pancakes and marshmallow and macaroni.
muffins.
Muffins. She's looking at muffin too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this was a fun chat. I love hanging out with y'all, drinking my coffee. It's cold coffee. I can't do the hot one this afternoon, but this was so much fun. Hey, chime in if you're watching it later. Tell us what your favorite color is. Tell us what you have, if you already have one, and why you picked that. We just love to get to know why you chose what you did. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of it. I'm going to take pictures of Wally.
You enjoy. I am going to finish my water, and we have a staff meeting.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Ooh. All right, y'all have fun. Bye.